AP Studio Art Drawing. What drawing is. The drawing portfolio is intended to address a wide range of approaches and media. Line quality, light and shade, rendering of form, composition, surface manipulation, the illusion of depth, and mark making are drawing issues that can be addressed through a variety of means, which could include painting, printmaking, mixed media, etc. Abstract, observational, and inventive works may be submitted. The range of marks used to make drawings, the arrangement of the marks, and the materials used to make the marks are endless. Light and shade. Using chiaroscuro is a time-honored system to apply light and dark values to create the illusion of volume and the illusion of depth on a two-dimensional surface. Using high contrast. That application could include a high contrast in value. Using low contrast, or a low range in value. Using a monochromatic color scheme. Color could be applied as value. Using color. The formal properties of color, hue, which is color, value, which is the lightness and darkness of that color, and saturation, which is the intensity of the color, as well as temperature, which is the warmness or coolness of the color, can be used as structural tools to create the illusion of form and depth. Rendering of form. Rendering to some can mean utilizing light and shade to depict or represent subjects from the physical or natural world. Using contour lines. Contour lines describe the outermost edge of a form. Using cross-contour lines. Lines that can be used to recreate the path our eyes follow as it moves across the surface of the terrain of the subject. Using variation of line weight. Variations in line weight can be applied to mimic how our eye perceives three-dimensional space. Planes with a more severe change in space conveyed with a sharper, darker line. Planes with a less severe change in space can be communicated with a softer line. Using gestural or expressive lines. A gestural line can convey the movement and mass of the subject. Using shape to define the planes of the subject. Edges of the planes with more severe changes in space will have sharper edges. Planes with less severe changes in space will have softer edges. Composition. Consider the entire picture plane. Figure and ground relationships. Scale and proportion. Balance. Emphasis. Emphasis is the creation of one or more focal points or areas of interest in a drawing or painting. One way emphasis can be created is through contrast, or, in this case, the isolation, a condition that exists when one element is placed away from other elements. Rhythm. Rhythm is the movement in a composition created by the sequential change of a design element. Surface manipulation, collage and assemblage. The surface can be manipulated by layering traditional drawing media between coats of acrylic gel medium. Mark making. Mark making and surface development go hand in hand. Tactile texture. The mark, the physical act of making a mark on a surface, is at the heart of the drawing process. When addressing marks, I immediately think of the activity created by integrating media into the drawn surface, whether it is an additive or subtractive technique, an activity that is evidenced by the history of marks that remain on the surface. The physical marks can enhance the illusion of texture. Some mark-making systems will be more obvious, some will be more subtle. Regardless of your personal aesthetic, both approaches are perfectly valid. Illusion of depth, overlapping, diminishing scale, linear perspective, atmospheric perspective, surreal space. What drawing can be: content, still life, figurative or portraiture, architectural and landscape, narrative, abstraction, non-objective, media, painting, printmaking, monotypes, etching and dry point, engraving, serograph, monoprints, sequential art. Fibers, silkscreen, thread and quilting. Mixed media, digital drawing incorporating photography.